Welcome back to the final week of the Perfect Alliance Black Ops 3 League. I'm Maze, joined by Fattern. And man, did we have a good map one coming in. Easy G leads the series 1-0 against Earthroot Gaming, a new name in the league, but it's a roster we're familiar with. And of course, if you're just joining us, the Ban and Protect is in full effect right now here, Fattern, and Overkill going to immediately get taken off the board here for this evac search and destroy.
It's interesting to me that this map would be the one. I mean, you can make a lot of sniping plays, but you pretty much have to give up like half the map if you do run like an overkill class, because you have to sit so far back unless you can push way up on that far glass bomb site over there and hopefully pick someone off. So I'm just surprised that someone would waste a ban on that. I guess Heiza doesn't, and they don't want anyone over there, whether it's Paranoia or Stumpy, using a sniper in like a VMP or something. But we see concussions and flashbangs banned. No one wants to be upset while they're going for pushes or planting the bomb. Just want to have a clear line of sight, clear vision. Rapid fire's out of there. I'm sure High Caliber's coming, potentially a Shiva. There's the HC. That was going to be my next one. And then otherwise, I'd probably have to go with either a Heat Wave or Overclock, because people hate the Heat Wave, or you'd rather just run Overclock so you only have to deal with it potentially once.
That is very true, and obviously those weapons take a lot longer also to be available for those players that have it equipped. Of course, another thing that I think is very interesting, all things considered, is the fact that kinetic armor not going to be in play, but camo has not been targeted. So that's definitely going to be something that I'm going to most likely see by one of these players, and it's definitely a good thing to have. And there it is, Heiza able to pick active camo off to bring.
Yeah, I mean, that is probably the most used one in Search and Destroy. I would say, except for Heat Wave, and there comes the Heat Wave. Two very powerful streaks that, or I guess specialist abilities that can get you some really advantageous positioning or just information on the map. And I think just the ones that are used the best. Vision Pulse, obviously you can ping people, but at the same time, gives away your position. Glitch has kind of been put into like a one area thing, and I think that's what has really limited the use of Glitch. Is you're not sure when to use it. You should really only use it whether you're really getting aggressive in the beginning, or if it's like a one-on-one situation when you're like either trying to plant or defuse a bomb there at the end. Otherwise, I think that's why it hasn't been used as much. And then everyone knows why they run Ruin Overdrive, because they want to get places real fast, and most likely see that being used in the beginning of a round. But this map right here, I like the outer wall runs, but it's very, very risky to do so, because falling off the map puts you at an immediate disadvantage. I guess, what are your thoughts on, using some of those weird running spots?
As long as you master the movement in Black Ops 3, it's definitely something that, you can risk and get rewarded for that. And it's very interesting that you mentioned that, because Afterburner is actually still in place. So those particular pushes are still going to be even more viable now with that perk in play. And both teams are probably going to be utilizing that perk in their loadouts throughout. Of course, another thing that I want to mention as well is that Vision Pulse pick from Remarks is going to be even better for his squad, because of the fact that he'll be able to see those wall runs and all of that stuff, because you can just see anyone through walls. And it's definitely a very good pick as far as the specialist ability is concerned. Of course, Glitch is also a good pick overall, but I think that the usefulness of Vision Pulse over Glitch on this particular map is significantly better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which one of my favorites out of these I would say go with, but like you were saying, Vision Pulse, you can see people everywhere, and being such a small map, this one does play a lot larger of a role. I think it's also very good on Stronghold, just because the bomb sites are so close. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't use it on any other map. But I guess the biggest thing I'm looking for is when this overdrive is used and how it's used. Usually you see it used at the beginning of a map to get early advantageous positioning near a bomb site, getting a first blood. But I also have seen it used a lot lately for someone that wants to wrap a bomb around really quickly, try to get in someone's spawns for a flank partway through the match. So it'll be very interesting to see, and I think you hit the nail on the head, that wall running is so difficult that I think it's balanced out just perfectly enough that there's a very big risk to a potential reward for doing those wall runs. So we'll see if those come into play here. who's the player that you want to go on board with starting off here, Maze?
Well, it all depends which side starts on offense. So overall, with the players that you really want to watch out for from EZG, Stumpy, newest addition, of course, to the lineup. Apart from Paranoia, who is a substitute player for this particular match, but he's one of those that can really have himself some dominant S&D games. Of course, on the side of Earthroot Gaming, you definitely have to take a look at Heiza and Remarks. Those two are definitely going to be some key players to look out for. And of course, the team that's going to start off on offense first is going to be Earthroot Gaming, as they're going to start from that evacuation side of the map. And they're going to be working towards a possible B-bomb push from mid. And the good thing about a mid rush is that you could determine which side is more favorable for you. But Stumpy with a beautiful opening kill. Clutch gets a trade, and then Remarks gets another. And now another trade will come through. It's a 2v2.
I didn't have a chance to say this because obviously you were making brilliant points here, but every single player on EZG right there was running an SMG. It was either a VMP, a Kuda, or a Vesper. We're down to a 1v1 as it's Clutch versus Kazmo. Kazmo is the M8, but he has managed to pick up an RK5. Now back to a VMP, but they're so close. I'm not sure if he's going to see him. Doesn't turn around, and just like that, EZG coming out of the gates, guns blazing. They did get first blooded by Stumpy. He was really, really close to having two. I was watching him because he had the sniper. But, you know, good aggressive stuff by EZG. Usually you start off a search and destroy and play it safe and save the mid-map crazy pushes to the end of the map. But, you know, they came right out and just, you know, played aggressive.
They did play aggressive, but ERG outlasts them in the round and is able to take the 1-0 lead as they traded where they needed to throughout the map, and a 2-0 start from Clutch is definitely something that is going to have to be slowed down by EZG if they want to stop the bleeding for a little bit here. But of course, Muni, that objective player for his squad, making a little bit of a push over to A, but immediately has a teammate pick up first blood. That was Stumpy that was able to pick him up with the RK5. And Muni, instead of getting the bomb down, opts to just look for players and look for kills here, because he's a little suspicious of some Earthroot Gaming players being behind enemy lines. So far, it's a huge man count advantage for V2 for EZG.
Yeah, and this is a great move by them to try and make a way over to the B-bomb. They can get in there and do some damage, but they're not able to do so, so it is not paying off whatsoever for them. And all of a sudden, Stumpy goes down. So that two-man advantage is now going to cost them, and they just clutched a 2v4. Clutch is Clutch right now. He's 4-0. I don't know what to say about that. I thought EZG would have just gone for, you know what, we have everything we need to do for get this bomb down, and then they just kind of let it go, where they get into a bunch of 1v1s, and
it's, I don't know, man. I'll tell you what happened and what went wrong. The minute they started rotating, once they cleared a bomb site. When you clear a bomb site, get the objective down. Then force the players to come over to you. No player was in the general vicinity there on that A-bomb site. They apparently decided to go for a rotation that did not pay off, but ERG at this point trying to get something done offensively here, leading 2-0 against EZG, and almost a first blood went through for ERG, but instead it goes for EZG as they pick up Remarks off the break.
And then finally they slow down a little bit to make something happen as Paranoia gets the second one right here, and you know, now EZG kind of in a good spot, making sure they just don't do anything dumb here like they did the last one. But right now, great smack in the very, very back of the map. I'm not sure whether they're still even trying to go B, since two people have been picked off over there. He does spot one, tries to get a couple shots down, but now they know it's a 4v1. They know where he is. He's getting flanked right here. Does manage to pick one off in Kazmo. If I were him, I would almost turn around and start challenging, because you know they're going to catch you with your pants down here. Might try to get some advantageous map positioning, but really looks like he's going to either try to get the bomb or he's going to rotate all the way to B. He's got to make his mind up really quickly, because they're going to know what he's doing in about 10 seconds here.
Well, he's got a 5-second plant to worry about at this point. He's searching for some players. Of course, they just checked the A-bomb site. He's going to be able to at least try to set up a gunfight to go his way, but not going to be easy when Paranoia has a Vesper shooting you pretty quickly. So everything goes right for Earthroot Gaming, and they will take the lead right back here from EZG, now 2-1 in this S&D.
You know, good stuff right there to not make too many aggressive plays there. They traveled as a team to make sure they got that round winning kill. And finally, they make a smart play there to maintain and not get, blown out like 3-0. And I'm on board with Stumpy right now. This guy has just been, can I just not switch from him ever? Oh, he almost tore off Remarks' face. But a nice trade there by Casmo, nonetheless, making sure he was in the right positioning. But kills just going down all over the place. And it looks like EZG is in a good position to try and get this bomb down. But the more time they waste, the more time they allow for ERG to get over there. And it looks like Heiza and Smack are just trying to get in a nice position to make a trade here.
It seems like EZG is being a little bit indecisive with some of these pushes based on the gameplay that I'm seeing here. And Earthroot has been able to capitalize on that passive play and have really punished EZG so far. Right now, it's pretty much even on the man count, as Smack does get some shots down range on an EZG player, but then gets tagged up from an EMP and opts to just wait for a second. Now pushing over to clear out this bomb site. And unfortunately for him, he does lose his teammate. Now a 1v2 and he gets cleaned up. EZG does a fantastic job of regrouping and clutching up in that round.
Yeah, nice bait and switch there up top. The one player took shots, and then I believe Caswell just pulled out the M8, waited for the guy to peek his head at the stairs, and made a great play there. Then all of a sudden, you know where the guy's going to be. He's downstairs, and there's two of you. Nice moves by them, but you hit the nail right on the head. They don't know. EZG doesn't know what they're doing on either side, the defense or the offense. They don't know really what to do, what to go with. But right here, it looks like Clutch is going to go and try to get this overdrive kill off the break. He just misses one running through the middle, but he is going to get behind the enemy base over here. If someone comes down to this middle connector piece, he might be able to do something, but the more time that goes by, the less it matters, because it's like he could have just walked in the middle anyways. Casmo does manage to pick one up there, so it's not all is lost. And all of a sudden, 2 down right there. So ERG, not in the greatest of spots, but a 2v3 is definitely manageable.
Yeah, it definitely is. There is now you're going to have Paranoias, Muni, and Stumpy up to try to get a win here and get the lead back. Meanwhile, Heiza and Clutch up working for the exact same objective, but they've got a lot more riding on this, as it is not favorable for them in the man count. But I love this movement coming in from Clutch. Hopefully he can stay alive on the map, able to at least tag up a player, not able to clean him up though, and that's going to be him going down and then his teammate shortly after that. And a great clutch round once again from EZG. They're doing the right things that they have to do to get this lead back, and honestly, they're starting to get in rhythm. And when you allow EZG to start getting into a rhythm in S&D, it can really be problematic.
Yeah, I mean, their pushes aren't the greatest, but their trades, baiting, and switching is on point. I mean, you saw it right there. Paranoia took a few shots up on the top glass, and as soon as he got shot, didn't even want to challenge it, wanted nothing to do with it, knew they had a man advantage and didn't want to lose it, so got out of there, and it made a nice play on the person inside water, and then Muni made the game-winning kill on the player that was in the glass who was already a little weak. So just great stuff by them. They're not, the best at pushing so far, but they are the best at trading, which I think is actually more so than getting map control here, as long as you know how to work as a team. And right now, they're doing a good job of it, making sure they can get right over to A, basically unscathed. And now ERG looks like they're the ones that are confused, all mid-map, and no sight on either bomb site.
Well, right now, Muni got the bomb down and also has a score streak ready. The dart is ready for him to use, and of course the heat wave is ready for Paranoia to use if he needs to. Does not get a chance to pick up a kill until just then, when he's able to clean that up. 2 consecutive kills and only 1 trade coming in. ERG able to pick up Casmo, now on a 3v2, 19 seconds remaining, another cleanup there. It's all up to Smack on a 1v2, and he's got barely any time to work with here with that 7.5 second defuse, and that is going to be another round win coming in, as EZG has mastered 2 back-to-back rounds here, Fattern. They're looking pretty good to make this even more favorable for them.
I mean, aren't they up? Haven't they gone 4 rounds in a row? Weren't they down 2-0? Or maybe I'm confused, but either way.
Yeah, it was a 3 consecutive in a row right now.
Yeah, I mean, Muni right now, he's 8-2. He's fully streaked out, just getting clutch kill after clutch kill. It doesn't need a lot of teammate support here at this